All right, guys. This is Gunnar. We just came back from a little walk, and I just thought we should sit together, do our next lesson video. When we start to do some training together, we'll go over the reward system and the guidance system, communications, positive and negative. We'll go over that type of stuff. A little bit of review from the last video. But today's video, I really want to talk about Gunnar as it relates to your question, because it's kind of the, it's going to everything is going to be wrapped up in it, okay? What I wanted to talk about originally and your question is kind of great. So let's categorize some stuff for the simplicity of communication here, right? When we look at a dog, we have to look at a couple of things. Let's look at the guarding example, right? Like about his house. Guarding in itself could be categorized as a behavior, all right? So is excited. Like when I see something, I get excited and no one tells me to do it, but I just do it. That's a behavior. Okay, so like how he reacts to doorbells or the door knocking, right? Like somebody knocks on the door and he's like on alert. Like that's a behavior, okay? Guarding outside, it's a behavior. Lack of leash responsibility, that's an obedience command. But the reactivity that he experiences during leash walks is a behavior he has. Okay, so like if I say my dog come and they do it, they done an obedience command. So there's commands, skills that a dog will learn, and then there's something we can categorize as behaviors, okay? So skills would be sit down, stay calm, go place, healing, things that we tell them to do and they can do, right? That's a skill. And the better their skill level is in any of that stuff, the more accurately and more reliably they can do that. Now, dog training is a very complicated thing from my point of view, because I have to understand that there's a difference between reactive training and like planning training, okay? Reactive training is going, wow, I feel weak, I'm gonna go to the gym once. But planning training is saying, hey, I want to be strong, I want to be a bodybuilder, so I plan on going to the gym 4 days a week, and I know that 4 days a week that I go to the gym is going to add incremental layers to the big thing that I want to become, okay? So training a dog is like that, right? It's like if I want to be a bodybuilder, it doesn't happen over one session, it doesn't happen in one situation. It happens because I'm planning on arriving there eventually, okay? So when we're talking about training a dog, let's talk about Gunnar. We have to understand how teaching him skills will affect his established behaviors, okay? And before we can do that, we really have to take a step back and really dive into who Gunnar is. At his core, Gunnar is, before we could talk about like the nurturing aspect of raising something, right? Like we have nature and then nurture, right? Nature part is what is Gunnar genetically. Gunnar is a lab crossed with a Great Dane, okay? Everybody's really familiar with a lab. A lab is for retrieving like hunting and things like that. So a lab, that's the historic purpose of a lab. But we have to talk about it like that, okay? Because that's what makes these breed specifics different, you know what I mean? Specifically different. So a lab has high energy, it's gonna work with its handler, and it is highly motivated to to please, you know, to make you happy, and it also wants to work with you to go out there and retrieve stuff. All right. Then on the other hand, you have a Great Dane. The Great Dane's purpose is to work independently of the handler. It's out there to hunt boar and to you gotta let me take some of the video space. You want to make sure the Great Dane is a boar hunting dog. It is a real estate guardian dog. So then when you have the two mixing together, you got random parts of things that are really conflicting going on in his body and his mind and his soul. Now, let's go back. Now we know, like, okay, what is Gunnar? Gunnar is a mix of these two characteristics, and he displays both of those characteristics, right? On one side, you see the lab side of him. He's so happy, he's so eager to please, and he's food motivated, and he wants to do all these things. On the other side, somebody knocks on the door. There's some strange thing walking by his land. He immediately is on alert, and he is almost like the best version of both those dogs at the same time. So now, to go back to that question of whether he's going to be guarding when he gets back home or not, let's talk about how the skills are supposed to affect the behaviors, right? So when you have a behavior like I react to the doorbell knocking or ringing, he does that. If somebody knocks on my door, he will guard. He loves this place now, so he instantly will show me that behavior, okay? I don't know what he thinks he's found. He's sniffing some food up or something over there. Gunnar. Yes. Good boy, buddy. Good job. All right. Now I'm going to hold on to you. So, what'll happen is if I take a behavior like barking at the door, and every time he barks at the door, I put him to work. I deploy his job. His job is, Gunnar, go place. Oh, good place. So what'll happen is, if the doorbell knock happens, he gets eruptive, he reacts. What I'll do is say, I don't want that behavior. I want you to do this job, this skill. So I'll go to that and say, come on, Gunnar, go place. And what'll happen is after the 10th or 15th or 20th time of doing this, a dog's behavior will start to change because you've made a new pattern. Okay, so you'll take a skill that we're teaching him and replace the behavior that's unwanted with this skill. Now, when he's responsible to this skill, there are certain rules. So like, if Laura is sitting right there, yes, Gunnar, that's a good boy. Good down over there. Look at you trying so hard. Good boy. Or right here, he's debating when to leave. When he should leave is when I say, okay, that's a good boy. That's when he's allowed to leave. But if he leaves before he's supposed to, Gunnar, go place. Atta guy, good place. Let's say I'm going to cause him to make a small mistake here. You notice I'm holding the leash, and this will go into the part of the conversation where I want to talk about the reinforcement system. When we say yes and we give a cookie, that makes a positive reinforcement. Here we say and we make a leash pop, a leash bump, if you will. The is audible, the leash pop is the tactile aspect, and these two things together help create an understanding. Oh, I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. Go place. And that helps him understand, oh, okay, I wasn't supposed to leave yet. Even though Jeff is talking to the camera, I wasn't supposed to leave yet. I have no food in my hand or anything, and that's on purpose. And my leash is slack on purpose because I'm showing you, when you properly communicate to a dog, hey, dog, you did an unwanted behavior there. A dog will always a good dog will try their best to fix it. Now we are fine-tuning the skill of go place, yes. And I'm doing that using proper communication, which is what I'm showing you. But as I use proper communication, then to build these finely tuned skills, I can ask for that behavior, the skills behavior, when it comes to the doorbell knocking. Can you knock on the door here? We're gonna science experiment. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I wanna show you how I would handle it. We have a reaction, a big reaction. Go place. Actually made the dogs in the kennel bark too. He's heightened, he's aroused, we call that, right? It's the same thing, it's the same concept. Good place. And so whatever his guard instincts, whatever behavior he just displayed, I'm overriding it with the skill that I want him to practice. Yes. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. And it's like just helping him understand, yeah, I heard the door. I know your guarding instincts are kicking in. However, as the leadership, I don't need that behavior, nor do I want it. So I have to be able to communicate it in a way that he understands. Gunnar, okay. That's a guy. Gunnar. Go place. Go place. Good boy. Good place. That's a good boy. And he's so his body and his mind is so ingrained to doing that behavior, it's just muscle memory, as it is gonna be when it comes to the behaviors in your house. So that's part of our process, is like, as I help him learn these skills here and we overcome it here, I'm hoping to show you the, oh, that's a good boy. You noticed that time, he didn't need the tactile feedback. He was able to put the audio together to doing the behavior right. Yes, good job, Gunnar. Good boy. So, to summarize, we use a communication system to give positive and negative feedback to the dog. This communication system allows us to craft these skills. The idea that just hang out right there, big dog, I don't care what happens over there or over here, which then helps us create impulse control and this relationship that him and I are, look like right here, he's asking me permission. Okay, good job, buddy. That's a good boy. Yeah, I did a great job, mister. You did so good, you did. And he's aware, you guys see that, right? Like he's aware, like, okay, I got in trouble for doing the guarding when he didn't want me to. However, he helped me figure out what I should do instead, and look at that. Yeah, it's a good boy, bud. I'll give you one just for being a good boy. There you go. So you use communications to build skills. You use the skills to take away unwanted behaviors and replace them with the skills, right? With some other behaviors. If I do this with him over the next few days, all of a sudden when the doorbell rings, he's gonna think, I need to go to the place bed. I don't need to run to the door, I need to go to the place bed. And then you will have a brand new behavior that you created. So, to finalize, when you get him home, when I bring him home to you, you have already have done a lot of lessons with him here, and I'll already help transfer some of the communication system and the skills. And the final one we're gonna do is take the dog to your house and make sure that we can address some of those muscle memory things that he already has for your house, right? That's part of the plan. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to continue to do homework, and that homework is gonna be how to replace those unwanted behaviors with the skills that I've taught him and that you've practiced, okay? And as you do that over the course of the few weeks after he's been home, you will see that it almost becomes automatic that he quits the guarding or the other things or whatever needs addressing, all right? Okay, I talked a lot. I hope that all makes sense. Please give me feedback, let me know. Otherwise, Mr. Gunnar is doing great. I love where he's at. I'll make another video for you guys here in a couple of days. So look forward to that, all right? All right, we're signing out. See ya.